Simple living. I am Simone and I'm living off what I grow, catch, raise, barter, forage, already possess, borrow, or am gifted. I'm 3 months in. This is part 2 of my video that I did the other day. I made challah bread a few days ago. This is the eggplant parmesan part of the video. It was just too long, well, especially watching me cook because I'm all over the place. I grew the eggplant myself from a seed, the tomatoes also from a seed. You know, I just have general spices in the cupboard. The cheese is what I bartered for. The other ingredients, the herbs, it's just stuff that was in my pantry, which is allowed. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. So I went through the freezer. You're going to have a real laugh. I found yes, some of that technically was burnt. That was previous challah. And this is other bits, just odds and ends. When I got bored with a loaf of bread, I would keep it. This here is, I'm laughing because it is those Zodiac waffles, you know, those protein waffles. That dark stuff was a really nice ancient grain bread. And I wrapped it up and put it in the freezer and forgot about it. And then I've just got some down here. So I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to put them in the Ninja Chef. Alternatively, I say if you have a mortar and you don't have like a blender or whatever that machine was that I've forgotten already, you can use a mortar and pestle. Same things. And you still got your breadcrumbs, right? I didn't say I wasn't clumsy. So what we're going to do, because we've got so many different types of breads and breadcrumbs in here, and then we've got those blueberry Kodiak waffles. So we're just going to give everything as good a mix as we can. This is tomatoes that I picked yesterday. Yeah, there are some green ones and everything. Let me just try and look, they're like this. I'm going to have to cut these bits out and work with them. We had so much rain. I'm lucky I really had any harvest at all. And then these green ones, I'm going to try and do the fried green tomato things, but I'm going to try and ripen them up first. When they've got a little bit of blush on them, they tend to ripen up pretty well, depending on what stage. But, you know, I'm going to have to wash all of these. I'm going to have to go through them. So I've gone through the tomatoes that were in the bucket there on the counter next to me. And these are the ones that I'm going to be using for the sauce, along with these ones over here that I took all the little, well, I thought I had, you know, these things off them, whatever these things are called. Yeah. So what I'm just doing is I'm just carving this out, and I'm just going to use this. Normally I would remove these skins, but the process that I did last time when you score them and you put them in the water, it was not good. There was a lot of, it was just very, very difficult. So I've just elected to eat the skins. So over here, this is the tomatoes. I've added salt, oregano, some garlic, and I'm going to add some pepper, olive oil, and some tomato paste. And then I'm going to cover it in foil and I'm going to put it in the oven like quite high. And there are now 2 flies in the house and I didn't even open the door. Just stir that all in. I'm going to add in this whole can of tomato paste. Normally I would just add in a couple of tablespoons. I'm going to add in the whole can. Now I've just added oregano in here, but feel free if you like Italian seasoning to add in whatever you would prefer. Okay, so I'm going to cover this up with some foil. So I put everything into the oven. I covered it up with aluminum foil, as you saw, and then I put it in the oven, middle of the oven, and going to do 400. Now we're going to get on to the eggplant part of the eggplant parmesan. This was one of those eggplants over there. That was the bigger one here. And I peeled it and then I covered it in water No, I didn't. I covered it in salt. And so it's very liquidy. You see underneath here? That's the purpose of the salt, to draw out the liquid. We're going to rinse this off. We're going to pat it dry. And then we are going to dip it in flour, egg, breadcrumbs. I don't have any paper towels because I don't buy them anymore. So these are not used. Like, this was what was put. This is my little bag of things that were given to me when I went out, previously to eat, and I kept them in the car because sometimes you buy fries and they don't taste good. They need sugar, they need salt or something, or you have a cup of coffee, it's not enough creamer. So I keep these things. It's not stealing. I don't go and steal them from the restaurant. Okay. These napkins have never been used. They were just in whatever takeout bag. And honestly, I think America gives you an excessive amount of napkins and stuff. And I'm not going to throw this stuff away, but I will use it. So, I mean, I'm just so happy. I have always had difficulty growing eggplants. They grew, and they're still growing out there. So. Okay, so flour into the egg. And then I didn't egg that bit properly. Look at that. You see? Okay, we'll go through and do the rest of them. We're going to do some frying of the eggplant. There's a lot, I know. Oh yeah, in here, you saw how much I put in. You're going to flip it, but you need to have a significant amount of oil, but it's olive oil. Okay, so take some of your sauce, do a layer at the bottom of your dish. So you're just going to take it, you're just going to layer it just like that. And then you can put another thing of sauce. Some people would put a layer of mozzarella, but I don't have any. So this is the point where, for some reason, my microphone decided to stop working. But we'll just finish this off by instructing you to take your layers of, basically layer this up like you would a lasagna. So you're going to put your sauce, you're going to do a layer of the eggplant, and you would normally do mozzarella as well, and then continue the layer like that. So eggplant sauce, cheese, eggplant sauce, cheese. I do not have that. I'm living, this is a no buy, no store challenge. So I have to make do with what I've got. And this will obviously displease many Italians. And let me know how you make yours. So after you've layered everything and you've put your cheese on top, just put it in the oven. I normally do mine about 375 degrees until the cheese is melted on top, and it looks to be bubbling. I don't have any internal temperature recommended for you. Just put it in, and when it looks done, it's done. Everything has been cooked already in here, so there's no raw ingredients or anything that'll make you sick. So it's just to your liking. Here's a taste test. It was, my face will say it all. I am never ever going back to any other form of making eggplant parmesan other than this. Food just tastes so good now.
I don't taste chemicals. It just tastes so natural. I'm so happy. Let me know if you make this. Let me know if you need any tips. Thanks for watching. And you can grow your food and eat it too. Thank you. Bye-bye.